Am I the asshole for making my son clean up after his sister in the bathroom? I'm 40s F and have 2 children, Dax M12, and MIAF 14. Not real names for privacy. My kids don't get along super well. Dax thinks pranks are really funny. I guess like every 12-year-old boy. And he annoys MIA with them a lot. It's something my husband and I have been working on as it's the source of many fights between them. Dax gets a lot of prank ideas from YouTube and TikTok and will often recreate what he sees. Most of them are harmless, something like a fake spider in her food, etc. But this time I think he went too far. Dax thought it would be funny to put saran wrap over the toilet before my daughter went to the bathroom. He says he got the idea from online. IDK if this is a thing, but it's a terrible prank. Basically he put plastic wrap under the toilet seat so if someone sits on it, well, pretty much it makes a mess instead of going in the bowl. Yeah, I know. EW. So he does this right before MIA goes in the bathroom to pee. When she gets in there, she sits on the seat like normal. Pees. And since there's plastic wrap over the hole, her pee collects on it and gets everywhere. All around the ground, on the toilet and on her. She comes to me crying. She's embarrassed because she's a teenage girl and this is disgusting. I told MIA to shower and not worry about the mess. Here's where I might be tar. I go to my son and yell at him for what he did. I tell him that's not an appropriate prank and he's old enough to know that's not okay. And then I made him clean it up. He started crying, saying it's unfair I make him clean his sister's pee. It's gross and he's going to be sick. He says it's from her body so she should clean it. But it was all his fault and literally his mess to deal with. I don't know why I should humiliate my daughter further or why I should have to clean it. And biggest thing, he needs to learn. I told him the mess was his fault and he should think about the repercussions of his actions next time. Because this is what his prank caused. And then I stood in the doorway and watched as I made him clean all of the urine off the floor and toilet. I think it was an appropriate punishment considering it's really just the natural consequence of what he did. And it doubles as a general lesson in how to clean a toilet, which he has to learn at some point. Anyway. Well, my husband disagrees. This all happened while he was at work. And after he got home, Dax complained to him. He told me I was overly harsh on our son and put him in danger by exposing him to germs, but I gave him the same gloves I use when I have to wash the toilet and it's not like he was unsupervised. But my husband is mad at me and told me I went too far and that's bad parenting. Of course my son is mad at me too. But my daughter is on my side. Am I the asshole? Am I a bad mom? Not the asshole. But I have a feeling your husband and his reaction are why your son is still pulling stupid pranks. Does husband always undermine you like that? You were right. There wouldn't have been pee on the floor if he hadn't played his stupid prank. Your husband should back you up. He isn't doing Dax any good. I am tempted to advocate for his internet access to be restricted. He has shown he isn't using it responsibly. BTW. What did your husband think was suitable punishment? Not the asshole. Not the asshole. This is actually excellent parenting. Your son may rethink his actions in the future if he knows that he may be the one to suffer the consequences. You can also ask hubby if he wanted you to leave the mess for him to clean when he got home from work. Not the asshole. Your kid is learning what it means to reap the consequences of his actions. Not the asshole, but your husband is, and you can see why Dax thinks it's okay to pull this shit on his sister. WTF is your husband on about? You put him in danger by exposing him to germs. He cleaned a toilet, FFS. We all do it. In fact, lots of 12-year-olds do it as part of their chores. You should ask your husband if he'd prefer it if he left Dax's messes for him to clean up when he finishes work in future. Not the asshole. I can see who has let your son get away with bullshit pranks in the past. Does your husband think you would have been in danger and exposed to germs if you had been the one to clean the toilet? Or is it only his precious son who is that delicate that he can't clean? He told me I was overly harsh on our son and put him in danger by exposing him to germs. So your daughter should have been exposed to germs instead and had to clean up a mess she in no way had a hand in making. What is that? Not the asshole. Cleaning the toilet isn't torture or harsh punishment. It's a household chore someone has to do. He just made it dirtier for himself by pranking his sister. Maybe he'll knock it off finally and poor MIA will get some peace. Not the asshole at all. You're 100 right. Your son needs to learn there can be consequences for actions. A big question I have is what the hell is up with your husband and why is he defending your kid? Not only are his arguments flat out bad, but is this related to some kind of that's women's work thing? Your husband sounds like he babies your son way too much. Expose him to germs and put him in danger. You all live together. There is fecal matter and all of your germs everywhere no matter how hard you clean. You did the right thing. You do something stupid. You pay the consequence. 100 Not the asshole. Good on you for being an actual parent and punishing your child correctly. Not the asshole. Janitors clean up other people's pee and worse all the time. Give him some gloves and tell him not to be a whiny brat. Also, ban him from YouTube and TikTok. Not the asshole. The punishment fit the crime perfectly. Not the asshole. Perfectly appropriate punishment. Also, this prank has been around for at least 40 years. TikTokers got nothing on the 80s when we were all bored and stupid. Not the asshole. Wow. What is up with your husband? Why on earth would anyone but your son have to clean up the mess he caused? He's 12 and knew exactly what would happen when he did what he did. You're teaching him a valuable lesson. Not the asshole. Your son and husband are. Dax made the mess. He'll clean it up. If he'll try something similar next time, I'm sure his dad will enthusiastically help him clean the mess. Hopefully, there won't be next time. Not the asshole. Your punishment was right on, perfect and so appropriate. Your husband calling it bad parenting, yeah. He needs to grow a brain. Not the asshole. Your husband is wrong. Your son is a bully. He will only get worse if there aren't any consequences for his actions. I feel sorry for your daughter. Not the asshole. Dax needs to understand the consequences of his actions and this was one of them. If you didn't make him clean it up, he probably would have done something similar to this again. It sounds like the dad is favoring the son a bit. Shouldn't he be thinking about what the daughter has been through? The pranks need to stop and Dax won't understand that by just being told. The bad parenting is on the father here.